OAU POST UTME Exam is one that is usually dreaded by a lot of students because it is very, very important. Very, very important. It carries a total of 40 marks out of the 100 marks that you will be you'll be scored on. Hi, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Dumomi Durejaye, and I am the one sent by God to help you to shine your light in every sphere of life you find yourself. You're welcome to the first video of the academic series where we'll be talking about how to excel academically and just shine your light even through your academics, right? And I'm a 300 level medical student of Obafemi Awolowo University, and I'm filming from Osun State, Nigeria. So yes, Obafemi Awolowo University, some people call it Oba Awon University. Right, but it's such a place to be, and I know that a lot of people really want to get into this school, right? OAU, yes, it's a public university, it's a federal university, and it's prone to striking, but no matter what, if God said that is the place you are going to be, you will surely thrive, right? So this is for those who are looking to get into the school, and this video is just to show you 10 ways by which you can ace your OAU Post UTME exam. So the OAU Post UTME exam is one that is usually dreaded by a lot of students because it is very, very important. Very, very important. It carries a total of 40 marks out of the 100 marks that you will be you'll be scored on to help you gain admission, right? And those 40 marks comes from 40 questions. So you have 40 questions to prove yourself to the school. Yes, you might have high scores from your JAM, you might have high scores from your WAEC. There's a way they will do that to make it all over 60, right? And then your 40 marks, what you do in that exam or that day, it has a very, very high chance of helping you to get into the school or just closing you out of the school completely. First of all, you have to have a 25/40 to even qualify to be considered for admission. Yeah, after the JAM cutoff of 200, if you get maybe 330 in your JAM, and this is the funniest part, and you don't get up to 25/40 in your OAU Post UTME, sorry, are not going to be considered for admission. So yes, I'm here to help you. 10 ways to prepare for the OAU Post UTME, and let's get right into it. The number one thing that you want to do is that you have an in-depth understanding of the most common topics. Yeah, you'll be taught a lot of topics in your O level, a lot of them in your biology, in your chemistry, in your physics, in English, in mathematics, in government, in CRK. There is a lot, right? But then there are some topics that keep recurring. There's some topics that keep recurring in your physics. You meet it in your physics WAEC, you meet it in your physics JAM. Common sense should tell you that you should actually understand those topics, because all you pursue me, they will kind of try to trick you, and they're just testing your understanding. And the thing is, you don't have the space, you don't have the chance for making mistakes. Yes, you don't exactly have that chance to make mistakes, because that's your one shot. You have to give it all that you have. So before the exam, make sure that you have an in-depth understanding, deep understanding, that when they wake you from sleep, you can say that this is how it is now, this is how it is. So yes, please, I'm begging, an in-depth understanding. Please don't do surface learning when you are preparing for OAU Post UTME. Look for the understanding. If you are reading this thing and you are not understanding it, please ask for help, right? Ask for help. Don't be ashamed to ask for help. And that's it on number one. Number two, it is a test for 40 questions. I don't exactly know the time, but I know that it's not more than an hour. That's even if it's up to an hour. But then you have to work on your speed and accuracy. in all the 4 subjects will be tested on. So speed, accuracy, even if you're writing mathematics, you're writing physics, you're writing all the calculation subjects in the world, you're going to be given the same time as the others, right? So you want to work on your speed and accuracy before you enter the exam. It will really help. You just have 40 questions to prove yourself. And the funny thing is, if you can get 39 over 40, see, your 39 over 40 is like you getting a 390 in JAMB. It counts. Your OAU POST UTME is very important. Like if you know the way numbers work, you will know that no, I have to give this my all. Number 3, another thing you want to do is you don't want to be a lone ranger. You have to network with other people, other students who are looking to get admission into OAU. Network with them, check what they are reading, read with them, move around with them. What are they discussing? What is the latest? Now, this is not to say that you should get carried away by what others are doing. Of course, you have to maintain your focus, but then try as much as possible not to be a lone ranger. Don't be a lone ranger. Like, you don't want to have, you don't want to lose out on information that is very important, because that's what will happen when you don't network with other people. Yes, number 3, network with others. Network with others. Number 4, so another thing to do while preparing for your OAU POST UTME is that you should read as if you're in 100 level. Now, it might look funny, but then it's just what it is, right? Like, you read materials. Now, we're not saying that you should read as if you're preparing for an 100 level exam, but then you should have some information. For example, what you are doing in SS3 chemistry is not too different from what's going on in 100 level chemistry, right? Yes, it might be more advanced, but that's exactly what you need to prepare for OAU POST UTME. Now, don't go too deeply and then carry all the OAU 100 level materials and say that's what you want to read. Please and please, it's still the basics you need. It is still the basics you need. Please don't get carried away. But then, you don't want to stay stuck at one spot, right? You want to know more. You want to expand your knowledge even as you are preparing. So yes, I will advise you to read at like 100 level materials, especially when it comes to subjects like chemistry and physics. It will really help. It will help your accuracy skills and your speed. So yes, that's one thing you want to do. Number 5. And I think this is one that people might take lightly, right? Yes, you've done your JAMB and you know you're familiar with CBT, but then I would advise you to practice more computer-based tests, like write more mock examinations for computer-based tests, because it will help your speed and accuracy. Once you know that this is how it works, this is how much time I have, this is how I should go about it, when you get to the exam, you'll be so confident. You'll be confident like, I've done this multiple times and I know how it works. Yeah, sometimes, you know, I would warn you, sometimes your laptop might go off, you know, the desktop might go off and it's like, what's happening? But then, if you are familiar with how CBT works, all you need to do is just, you know, to stand up, go to the technician, tell them what happened, and then you'll get a result, right? But then people tend to panic. So practicing with practicing CBT tests would actually boost your levels of confidence in the exam. Or then number 6, which you cannot actually avoid, is, you know, practice with as much past questions that you can lay your hands on. These things are usually for sale and they are kind of like easy to get, right? So like sometimes questions do come back. Like, of course, you're familiar with your JAMB, your WAEC past questions. They usually repeat some questions, right? So if you practice past questions and they come and you actually get them right, that's like a bonus for you, right? So practice with as much past questions you can lay your hands on. And this is where networking is now very important, because when you network, you get to see the past questions that other people are reading. You get to see questions that others are dealing with, right? And then you just blend in and you do what you have to do. You read with them, you do everything, and that's it, right? Part 7, you ask for guidance. Now, this guidance will not come from your peers. It will not come from people that you guys are writing the post UTME together. Please ask questions from your seniors. Ask questions from people who have entered OAU. For example, me. Ask questions from people who have entered OAU and then they've written these exams and they actually passed. Some people didn't write it once, some people wrote it twice, right? And if your goal is actually to write it once, so when you learn from other people's mistakes, it is easy for you. Now the key word is learn, not you just hear their story and then you just vibe with it, right? You learn from other people's stories and then you actually do big stuff, right, with it. You take it home, you take their story home, look for how it applies to your situation. This is what I should do, this is what I should not do, and then enter the exam hall and then you're fine. So that's it about number 7. Please ask for guidance. Then number 8. This number 8, some people might say that it's for only the channels, the Iggy ways, but no, it's for everybody. When I saw my post UTME score, when I wrote it, I got 31 over 40, right? And I was angry because when I saw that 31, that's when I realized that I could have gotten a 40. Now I'm like that, I could have gotten a 40. So this number 8 point is to tell you that you should aim to get a perfect score. Please aim to get a perfect score. See, that OAU post UTME, you can get every single thing, and I am not capping. I am very serious. Not only that the questions are simple, but there are things that you're actually familiar with. They are not going to bring any question from Jupiter. They are not going to bring any question from wherever it is. But then you just have to have that mindset that this 40, I can get it. And if you fall around 35, 36, like it's easy admission for you, right? So I think this is actually the best tip. Aim to have a perfect score because you actually can, right? Then number 9, you should not forget about general knowledge. Now, general knowledge in the sense that general knowledge about the school, because they can just pop it in. I know, yes, you're doing four courses, but OAU can shock you. OAU can shock you, right? So general knowledge about the school, about Nigeria. Then don't forget your proper English spellings. They can kind of like want to confuse you. And then number 10, which is my best point, pray for God's guidance, pray for God's grace, pray for God's wisdom, pray for his strength even as you're preparing, because there's so much that God can do for you, right, if you believe in him. Like, God always does wonders. He's a miracle working God, right? And if you pray to him and you depend on him, he will give you this ease, this light, this direction. You know what to read per time. You're resting, you're not stressing yourself too much. God say read this one and you're reading it, and that's exactly what comes out. So I would advise you to pray, right? Pray. God loves you and he wants the best for you, but you have to believe in him, or go to him, ask for whatever you want, and you shall have it. Thank you for watching this episode, and I know that if you put these tips into practice, you are going to ace it. And please, when you get your admission into OAU, let me know. Thank you very much for watching. I hope to see you in the next video, and I'm rooting for you. I pray that you ace your exams and all of that. Till the next time we see, don't forget to keep shining your light. You're the light of the world. You are not meant to be hidden. Please go out and shine in your academics. Bye.